You can start, Andrew.
I'm happy to start on this. Coal seam gas mining is not new in Queensland. In fact, it's been going on for quite some time. If you go back and look through the history books, you'll find stories replete of farmers out in the Surat sinking a well looking to get a water bore and finding gas instead. The coal seam gas used to be flamed and in fact evacuated as a waste gas into the environment. What's now happening, of course, is that coal seam gas is being captured and used. Coal seam gas mining, coal seam gas production has been going on, as I said, for a long time, and in fact most of the reticulated gas that's in Brisbane, for those of you that have a gas stove or a gas hot water system, comes from coal seam gas. Many people would like to suggest that it's only been created in the last couple of years. The fact is that's actually not true. Coal seam gas, however, has ramped up significantly in terms of the production and the use of it, and that's what's causing those issues out in communities where the pace of change, of course, is something that's very different to the past. There are many communities, however, where coal seam gas has been a big part of what's been going on for a long time, and those communities have a much greater level of comfort with the activity than in those areas where it's taking place now. I don't think coal seam gas is the silver bullet for the future, but I do think it is part of the silver buckshot. Electricity produced from coal seam gas is up to 70% cleaner than that produced from brown coal, and up to 50% cleaner from that produced from the cleanest of black coal here in Queensland. The point is that coal seam gas is an important part of the transition fuel arrangements for the future. We've got 2,600 state and federal conditions which attach in an adaptive regime which is world's best practice for the coal seam gas mining that's occurring around Queensland, and I'm happy to talk to other people further about it into the future.
What would we do without it? I think that's the problem that both major parties have. How do we pay the debt that we have without it? Which is why we're going to get it regardless. I encourage anybody to hop on YouTube and listen to Heather Pascoe-Brown speak of CSG. Drew Hutton is another very authoritative source of information, as in don't believe me. Hop on the YouTube and see what it's doing to communities out there. 4% of prime agricultural ground in Queensland is now under exploration permits. It's a short-term industry. The money doesn't stay here. The flow-on effect of agricultural damage is yet to be known. There has been incidences out there with wells blowing up and leaks, and nobody can actually say what it will do. What we've always said in the Australian Party is let's put 12 months moratorium on it and check the science. That's all we've ever asked for, but when you've got a debt the size that we have, I can understand why you can't do that.
You're going to put $25.5 billion into the pockets of the coal barons because you're going to build all the infrastructure to facilitate this coal and coal seam gas. I think we could better use that and find other things of doing it. It is a transitioning fuel. It is going to endanger the aquifers. We don't understand the flow of the aquifers into the artesian basin. If what we believe happens does happen, that artesian basin, it facilitates at least 60,000 farmers in this state alone, plus states all over Australia rely on that water. If it is contaminated, it's at least 1,000 years before it's repaired. What kind of risk strategy do you need? But the ALP at the moment is working on a strategy. If it goes wrong, we'll fix it. Well, it can't be fixed, and we are already seeing evidence of contamination. We really do not need this transitioning fuel. We need to move on to sustainable energy. We need to start resourcing it, not just the piddly little amounts of money we're seeing going into it, but serious money. Address it. Don't get sucked in by coal seam gas.
Thank you.